In our modern world, the contents of our refrigerators often serve as time capsules, preserving forgotten meals that may never grace our tables. But have you ever stopped to wonder why we discard perfectly edible food? Let's delve into the intricate science behind those perplexing labels and explore innovative ways to curb food waste. Food wastage is a pervasive global issue, with the United States ranking among the top offenders. Astonishingly, a staggering 37% of food waste in the US originates from households, with a considerable portion discarded due to the perplexity surrounding date labels. However, the truth is far less alarming. Most of these foods remain perfectly safe to consume well beyond their labeled expiration dates. In an era preceding the 20th century, assessing the freshness of food was a straightforward affair, relying on basic sensory cues such as sight, smell, and touch. Yet with the advent of supermarkets and the proliferation of processed foods, determining the age of products became increasingly challenging. Enter the concept of open dating, a system still widely utilized today, wherein products are adorned with dates denoting optimal freshness, a metric entirely divorced from considerations of food safety. Herein lies the crux of the issue. These dates lack empirical grounding and often serve the interests of manufacturers and retailers, subtly encouraging premature disposal and perpetuating needless waste. Contrary to popular belief, many food items, ranging from pantry staples to frozen entrees, remain entirely safe for consumption well beyond the stipulations of their labels. However, there are instances where exercising caution is indeed prudent. Perishable items such as meats, salads, and unpasteurized cheeses pose heightened risks beyond their designated expiration dates, potentially harboring deleterious bacteria undetectable to the senses. Yet, there exists a glimmer of hope on the horizon: the standardization of date labels. To mitigate such waste, numerous experts recommend enacting legislation mandating the use of one of two standardized terms on date labels. Best if used by indicate freshness, or used by signifying safety. By adopting a uniform system that delineates between best if used by for freshness and use by for safety, a significant reduction in food waste could be realized. Additionally, incentivizing food donations by grocers and restaurants holds promise in diverting copious quantities of edible fare from the ignominy of landfills. Numerous US states persist in imposing restrictions on food donations beyond labeled dates, despite federal protections to the contrary. In stark contrast, nations like France have taken proactive measures, mandating that supermarkets donate surplus food, thereby setting a laudable precedent for global action. Ultimately, the impetus to mitigate food waste rests squarely in our hands. By fostering a culture of mindfulness and trust in our sensory faculties, we can effectuate profound change. So before consigning that slightly bruised apple or ostensibly expired yogurt to the waste bin, remember, your senses, your nose, eyes, and palate serve as steadfast guardians of food safety. Let's embark on this journey together, championing wisdom in consumption and fostering a future where waste is but a distant memory.